Hello and welcome to another video from EarnPed.com. I am StevieB, happy to have you all with us yet again today. I am here at Crystal Peak Teleporter with my new little auto loop pet, currently level 1, leveling him up, got him some Nutrio bars. Took a break after making about 5 videos in a row over about a 4-hour period earlier today. Went and got some cigarettes, got some coffee, and we're going to get right back to it, guys. So I'm here on Next Island making a whole lot of videos I've been meaning to make for some time. These videos are going to be part of the Ascension armor competition that's going on Next Island over the next little while. So a couple of things before we get started in today's video. So this is Crystal Peak Teleporter. You'll see it's right here. Paradise Landing's over here. Orpheus Cave and Orpheus Way are up here and up here respectively. So we are currently here. So since the last time I was here, they added some little shopkeepers where you can buy some thrusters, some oil, some different supplies. We will be here in future videos later on for different things. There's another shopkeeper over here you might want to check out. Something really cool, if any of you guys have seen my old Transformer helmet that I wear, that is actually from Next Island. You can buy them here from the official Next Island office manager here, and they also have the Decepticon tees. These are the males, the females are over here, so you can actually get them there. You can also get them on auction every now and then. So they've added some cool stuff here to the Crystal Peak Teleporter, and we will be back here in another video coming up in the pretty near future, because there's some things here at this particular teleporter I want to cover. But today, I want to get to do a video that I've wanted to do for several months now, probably almost 6 months. Hold on one second, guys. Hold on one second. So I've been wanting to make this video for about 6 months now, give or take. I've been putting it off, and it's one of the reasons as soon as they announced the Ascension competition, I wanted to come to Next Island to take advantage of it as soon as possible. So we're going to go to our teleporter, and we're going to go to a teleporter right here, located at 135385, latitude 88579, called Tanzanite View. So this is a video that I think will help a lot of players, especially free-to-play or low depot players. This can make you guys some good money. So here we are at Tanzanite View. We're going to go just north of the teleporter over here to this little covered wagon. And right here there's going to be an NPC that's going to load named Mary. We're going to talk to Mary. Hey StevieB Braggs, are you here to help us keep the Lesser Elysium prediction going? It's an important product and needed in many areas. If you can reach 50 successes, I will reward your effort. On my way. This is a daily mission. Daily Lesser Elysium challenge. So, as I am doing the mission, I will explain to you guys why it is so important and why I've wanted to come do it for so long, and why I think it can make you guys so much money. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to go ahead and get started. So here's the construction machine. Now one thing I did is I've had a 100 quality rating Lesser Elysium blueprint for a very long time. I brought it with me. It's right here. It is quality rating 100. I do not recommend getting a QR1 and skilling it up. I recommend buying one of these off auction, because this is one of the few blueprints you can find at a quality rating 100 very, very easily, and they're really not very expensive. If we look at market, we can see a couple have gone for about a ped each. Really 10 to 20 ped should be enough to get you one that's quality rating 100. In the extreme, 25, 30, 40 ped for a QR100. But very, very easily can get you a QR100 very, very cheap on auction if you'll just look for it. Now here's the thing. The only things that you have to have for the construction of Lesser Elysium is Vibrant Sweat. You need 20 per attempt, and 8 Lysterium ingots. I didn't even bother to bring it with me from Cali going through lootable space. I just bought the Lysterium here for about 107% markup, which isn't that bad. And the vibrant sweat, I think I got 2,000 vibrant sweat for like 3.5, 3.9 peds, something like that. Later on, when I've got more time, I'll actually go sweat my own. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. And I've got 100 attempts, so we are just going to go ahead and get to it. Now we only need 50 successes. So the reason this is so important is this is a daily mission, so you can report it every day. I'm assuming a day is 24 hours. On Calypso, the daily missions are 18 hours. Now here's the interesting thing, guys. This mission gives you a skill, I believe it's make textile or find textile, something like that. It's a very, very valuable skill, and selling on auction on Cali, that skill goes for about a 4,400 to 4,500% markup. So figure an ESI is going to cost you 15 to 1,700%. That is giving you roughly a 2,500 to 3,500% markup profit. So as a free or low depot player, you can literally come to Next Island, sweat your own mobs, get as much sweat as you need. While you're sweating, you can be trying to buy Lysterium at less than the full auction markup, which I'm sure a lot of people will take you up on just to save on auction fees. And you can then come do this daily every single day. And remember, skills are non-linear, so each point is worth more or less than the one after it, more than the one before it, right? So the more you do this, the higher your skills are going to grow, and they're going to grow pretty quickly. And you would not have to do this very long before you would have enough that you could very easily start filling some very small ESIs and sell them for a pretty significant markup. Because, and now that I'm making this video, the word's going to get out, everybody's going to do it, and obviously it's not going to work as good. But this skill that you get, this textile manufacturing skill that you get from doing this daily right here, contributes significantly to your tailoring professions. And tailoring professions are one of the hardest professions to grow because so few people do it, so few people click those blueprints. It's so hard to sell clothes that you do manufacture. A lot of that stuff is just TT food, so there's really no point crafting it. So they're very, very, very difficult professions to grow, is the tailoring profession. In fact, if you look at my professions, which you guys know my crafting professions are pretty high. Vehicle structural engineer, 44. Most of them are in the 20s to the 30s. And if we go look at my tailoring profession, tailor, level 16. So the only thing that is lower than tailor in my crafting professions is tier upgrader, material constructor, and gardener. So that's pretty bad, right? Because everything else is literally in the 20s or 30s just from VSE and skilling on the Cronin. So it's very, very difficult to grow your tailoring profession. That means that this skill is very, very valuable, not only to growing the profession, but to people looking to grow the profession. And that's why it has such a high markup, to be honest. So the markup was even higher before this mission came out. The more people have started doing this mission, the price on this skill has dropped pretty significantly. I've watched it drop from a 15,000% markup skill down to about a 4,500% markup skill. Probably still one of the best kept secrets in Entropia universe, and it's right here on Next Island. I've wanted to come do it for some time. I have put it off. I was one of the first to know about it, actually. I can thank Sarah Watson for that. She's the one that let me in on this right after this mission was created. But I've put it off just because I haven't had a lot of time to get here. I've had a lot of other stuff to do. But now that I'm here and I'm going to be here, I plan to use this mission quite regularly. This will go hand in hand with another video that I'm going to be making later on this week about Lysterium on Next Island. So keep an eye out for that, because this is only half of it. I really probably should have made that video first, because that video is going to be important too. But needless to say, there's a way that a lot of you will want to get Lysterium from doing a certain thing, that Lysterium can be used here. Now, like I said, that probably one of the best ways to get the Lysterium you're going to need is just going to be to try and buy it from other players. Try and buy below that markup, and then gather your own sweat at some of the sweat circles that are going to be going, or just sweating yourself and swanting. But if you can collect your own sweat, and if you can start with a quality rating 100 blueprint, then getting the Lysterium is easy, because if you don't use the method that I show you in a future video, you can always just buy it from auction for a small markup, or you can even buy it from other players at below the regular auction markup, right? So literally, like I said, you can do this every single day. It is a daily challenge. You only need 50 successes, and it will raise your tailoring profession through the roof. So I'll show you guys my skills right here. While I've been crafting, I've gained 0.3221 experience in my make textile skill. Make textile skill is the same skill that I will get as a reward for doing this. Lesser Elysian, prior to this mission coming out, was one of the only ways that you really had to get the make textile skill. Either that, or you had to do daily pattern pants or something like that. As you can see, we're also getting quite a few blueprint drops. So I've got a short polka variance blueprint limited. I got an unlimited blueprint here, and a medium polka variance blueprint limited. Now notice this one is in orange and the others are in white. Look at the name. See how these are in white and this one's in kind of an orange yellow? That means that that is a boosted blueprint. So 8 attempts. It takes merp textile and wool cloth. So a boosted blueprint is a limited blueprint. Will have very, very limited number of clicks, but it returns more than a normal blueprint. A near success will usually give you back the value of what you put in, and a success will usually give you a several times multiplier of that. And because that, even if you don't use them, they usually have pretty good markup. This is one of the better kept secrets. Actually, of these 7.3 PED worth that was bought in the past year for about 1100% markup, I probably bought about half of that. Personally, just me. So boosted blueprints are great whenever they do drop, and I have noticed that you're going to get more boosted blueprints that drop when you're crafting things like textiles, clothes, stuff like that, than you're going to get any other time. For some reason, whenever I do daily pattern pants or Lesser Elysian or anything having to do with textiles and tailoring, I tend to get many, many, many more boosted blueprints than normal. So that's just a little added tidbit I did not plan on throwing in there, but I'll go ahead and throw in there. In fact, I quit clicking a lot of boosted blueprints because I got to where I was kind of addicted to buying them, and I would buy them off auction and I would use them, and I was coming out about even, maybe even a little bit of a loss here and there. But that's because I was paying markup for the blueprints. So we're getting close. I've got 47 successes. I only need 50. So I did 100 total clicks. I got 47 successes, which is actually really good. Let's try about 7 more attempts, see if we can get these last 3 in. We'll get these last 3 going. There's 1, 2, stop. And whenever I get down to where I've only got 1 left and I'm doing a daily like this, I just do it 1 click at a time. Sometimes it's the very first click, sometimes it takes 4 or 5. But I don't want to overshoot it because I'm going to be doing this again tomorrow, so why waste the materials? There we go. Okay, so I got my 50 Lesser Elysian. Now here's the cool thing. Ever since they did come out with Ancient Greece, and some of the blueprints that they've got on Next Island now, Lesser Elysian does actually have markup. Used to. I think I had almost 200 PED of Lesser Elysia in my storage on Kali for about a year, and it had virtually no demand, no markup. But now we see actually there's been about 650 PED of it sell this week, or today alone, for 125% markup. 2.8 thousand PED this week for 128% markup. So it's actually got a use and a demand now. That's one thing I can say about the Next Island development team. That was one of the very first things they did with Ancient Greece, and whenever they started redoing some of the blueprints on Next Island, is they finally gave it some real uses, which created real demand, which therefore created real markup. So kind of an added benefit to this mission right here, I guess you could say, is not only can you do your own sweating and collect the Lysterium pretty cheap, but then if you can turn around and actually sell what you create for that 25% markup, you're going to be sitting pretty, and that's before you even begin to chip out the skills. In fact, I had a very good friend of mine that I let in on this mission very early on, And I told him exactly what to do. I said, come to here, get it from May, do it every day, collect the skills, and just sell the Lysterium for markup. And he has made a pretty good amount of money as a free-to-play player just selling the Lysterium he makes from this daily once or twice a week, and then also off the skills that he's gotten from being here. He went from a virtually free-to-play player with no money to having a pretty good ped card pretty quickly. So like I said, now that I'm letting this information out, you know, I could sit here and grind this and farm it for months for myself, but I'm going to put it out there for you guys. And I'm sure the markups will go down and stuff, but this is a really good way to do it. Just get your own, get to Next Island, sweat your own sweat, whether it's sweating or sweat circle. Get Lysterium cheap, either off auction or from buying below auction. Make it, collect the skill so it just keeps building on top of itself, and then sell the Lysterium. Try and make your money back plus a little bit. That'll put ped on your ped card, and then eventually you'll be able to chip out and make a pretty good amount of money doing it. So let's go ahead and claim our reward. What I want to do so you guys can see, put this right here. Great job. Here's the reward I promised. Thank you. 82.1569 experience in your make textile skills. So if I go to skills, let's see, construction. Let's look for make textile. Where is it? Here we go, make textile. So I've got a total right now of 560 skill points in make textile, 82 of which I just got. So think about that for a second. In my entire career, I'd gotten roughly 480 points, and I just got another 82. That is huge. That is huge, huge. Look at my professions. Tailoring just went up to profession level 17 just because of that. Congratulations, reached level 17 in the tailor profession. Now that's the very first time I've ever done this daily, guys. So when I say that it is huge, I mean it is huge. I do this for 1 week. I'm going to have about 10 ped TT, give or take. That is a ridiculous amount. 10 ped TT takes you from 0 points to about 2,000 points, 1,900, something like that. So obviously you can see why I kind of kept this a secret. This is one of the few daily missions that you can do that is easy to complete, does not take a lot of money to get started, and if you do it smart, you could literally create an account, log in, come to Next Island, sweat and collect your own sweat, get your Lysterium cheap, make your Lesser Elysia, turn around, sell them on auction for 25% markup, have a profit already on your ped card, and then you're stacking up this very, very valuable skill until you decide to quit doing it, in which case you can just chip it out and pretty much retire from EU. So this is literally one of the best dailies in the entire game. One of the best kept secrets in the entire game. I really hate to be putting it out here. One of the only reasons I'm putting it out here is because I've been meaning to make this one for a while, and I just hadn't gotten around to making the video. Since we've got the Ascension Armor competition going, I figured this was as good a time as any. Also, I have started hearing rumblings of other people talking about it, so I didn't want to, you know, not be one of the first ones to get this information out here to you guys, because I've known about this for probably 6 months now. No joke. You can ask Fatty, because I told him about it very, very soon after I found out about it. Probably one of the best kept secrets in game. And if you look, I will give you guys proof. Let's go back to where we were. Let's go back to Crystal Peak Teleport. And this is one of the reasons I wanted to get the auto loot pet first. In order to get the auto loot pet home, he has to be level 7 before I can spawn him on a foreign planet. So I wanted to go ahead and get him fed and start training him. That way I could get him to level 7 as fast as I can. And since I know I've got a lot of videos I got to make here, I wanted to go ahead and get that out of the way first. That's why I made that the first couple of videos, guys. So if we go look, Let's let everything load. Auctioneer. So I'm going to go to my drop down menu, and I'm going to go from Next Island to Calypso because I want to see Calypso's auction. I'm going to go to Skill Implants and Textile. So you can see there's currently 2 implants on auction on Cali. One is for 2.2 PED TT and one is for 9.23. Both are roughly at a 4,400% markup. So if we check the auction stats, this week there's been 24 PED TT sell for about 4,300%. This month 62 PED sell for about 4,400%. This year 300 PED sell TT for 4,800% markup. So clearly some money to be made there. Just to give you guys an idea of those numbers. So if you had 10 PED TT, that would be roughly $430 or 430 PED. So actually we can see that right here. 9.2 PED TT, if we use the buyout, would be roughly 402 PED. So 10 PED TT would be about 440 PED. That would take you about a week, week and a half. So week and a half of doing this daily. The skills would be worth about 440. The ESI that you would need would cost you roughly I'm going to say roughly about 160, 180 PED, give or take. So if you did this mission for a week and managed to sell out at that price, 4,400%, you'd be looking about a 270 PED profit. So that'd be about $27 a week you could make just off this mission. 27 bucks a week, every week and a half, something like that. That's pretty good wages for a free-to-play player in Entropia. So if you're making, let's say 52 weeks a year divided by 1.5 weeks to do it, that's 34 multiplied by 27. You can make almost $1,000 a year. That's almost 10,000 PED a year just doing this mission, assuming that all numbers hold true, assuming that ESI prices don't go up, and assuming that the implant and skill values do not come down. The biggest problem that you would have at that point, so far demand this year has been 330 PED. Pretty much that means that if you were to do this in every week and a half, you could get 10 PED TT worth, and then you could sell it at those prices. There's only enough demand in the economy for one person to do that. That 311.52 PED from the prior year, that's about what you would be able to chip out and sell over an entire year's period for one player. So if multiple players start doing this, obviously the prices will come down because there's just not enough demand for the number of players that would have it out there, and as a result, market mechanism, the price is going to come down so that demand and supply equal out, right? So I could keep this to myself. I can make about $1,000 a year doing this, but I would rather share it with you guys. So if you ask somebody, how could you make $1,000 a year as a free-to-play player playing Entropia? This is how. This actually might be the name of the video, how to make $1,000 a year as a free-to-play player in Entropia universe. It very well might, because this would be the way to do it. So guys, it's really, really easy. It's not that hard, as you just saw. In fact, since we're looking at Cali auction, let's go to blueprints. Bless her. So, no quality rating 100 Lysterium blueprints on auction on Cali at the moment. Let's check Ancient Greece. None on Ancient Greece. They do pop up pretty often. I said there's probably 1 or 2 a week that are quality rating 100, and they're not that expensive. Like I said, probably 30, 40 PED max. I think I paid 40 for mine just to get it. So start with a quality rating 100 blueprint. Cost you about 40 PED, $4. Come to Next Island. Take a flight if you have to. You can get a cheap flight if you don't have a vehicle for 5, 10 PED. Doesn't even have to be a warp flight. Get here for a couple of PED. Do your own sweating. That's free. Buy your Lysterium at below market prices, even on Next Island. If we look, regular Lysterium, not dark Lysterium, regular Lysterium, only about 106, 107% markup, right? And yeah, you got to buy about $10 worth at a time, but you're going to use it over the course of several days, right? So that being the case, total investment, 15, 20 bucks to get you up and running. And then the only cost you're going to have is just being sure you've got enough Lysterium on hand. And then, like I said, you guys, if you chipped out every other week, you could literally make $1,000 a year doing this. Now, like I said, the more people that do it, the lower the prices will go. I am really shooting myself in the foot here. I could keep all this information to myself, and I could make $1,000 a year playing Entropia just doing this. Unfortunately, I cannot stay here every single day and do just this daily, or I probably would do just that, but I would rather put it out there for you guys and let you guys see how you can make that kind of money playing this game. Now, like I said, the more people that find out, as soon as people watch these videos, Next Island is going to get flooded with Stevies doing this. That's great. I think that's awesome. There's plenty of demand for Lesser Elysium to make that possible, but just know that as you guys flood in here to do this, the markup on the skill itself will go down. In fact, if we even look at the Lesser Elysium I just made 15.12 TT, 189 total units, average markup of 125. So if I was to throw that on auction, that would be 15.12 TT, and I would probably set the buyout at about 19 PED with an auction fee of 69 PEC. So I could even make, you know, 2 or 3 PED just doing the actual mission. That's more or less going to recoup all of my cost of Lysterium plus some. Don't forget, I also got residue back. I got 5 PED in residue, and I got another 2 PED in energy matter residue, and I got a little bit of sweat back too. So I could easily do this and make probably 3 to 5 PED a day just doing the mission, on top of the money I could make actually chipping out the skill. So guys, if you've been looking for a way to make money in Entropia as a free-to-play player, I can tell you right now there's a lot of people that are going to watch this video and they're not going to want to do this simply for the fact that they would literally be only able to do this, and they wouldn't be able to stay on Calypso, they wouldn't be able to explore other planets, they wouldn't get to do a lot of the other things they want to do. But if your goal in Entropia is solely to make money, this is one of the best, easiest ways for a free-to-play player to do it. I think this might be one of the best "this is a secret" videos that I've ever put out there, because it's literally stupid proof. I mean, literally just get a quality rating 100 Lesser Elysium blueprint, get over to Next Island, do some sweating, collect your own sweat, don't pay for it, just collect it, buy some Lysterium for 104, 105% in NI Trade, which is the official Next Island trade channel. Literally hashtag NI Trade, offer, you know, 104, 105%, people will load you up on it, and then head over to Tanzanite TP, talk to Mary, start doing that daily, and I mean stay on top of it, do it every single day, build up that skill, sell your Lesser Elysium every 3 or 4 days in batches of, you know, 20, 25 PED TT, take that 25% profit and just keep building on that PED card. If you're not going to be using the residue, see if there's an order for residue. If you look, no orders for residue, but you can TT that residue. That's another 7 PED right there that would go right back on my PED card if I just TT'd the residue that I got from doing the mission. And then you're going to build a little bit of ammo too, because you will get a little bit of shrapnel back as you craft. So you can just build your PED card. You don't even have to chip the skills out. Just keep building that PED card. Just do the mission, sell the Lesser Elysium, take the profit, buy a little bit of Lysterium, do some more sweating, make Lesser Elysium, keep the skill, build the skill up, sell the Lesser Elysium, get PED, sell the residue, get PED, buy a little bit of Lysterium, do some sweating, keep the cycle going. Every week and a half, 2 weeks, hop over to Cali, get you a small ESI, chip out a little bit, put it on auction for 4,400%, come right back, repeat. Just literally, that's all you got to do. The kicker with chipping out is when you chip out, you do not want to go below 10 PED TT on an ESI. So if I've got a 20 PED ESI, I would chip out a half a PED, a half a PED, a half a PED, a half a PED. When I got down to 10.5 PED TT left, I would want to chip out the whole thing, or I would want to resell the ESI. Because once you go below 10 PED TT value on an ESI, it breaks the ESI and turns it into PED, which doesn't have any markup, versus about a 1700% markup on an ESI. So do not just grab a 10 PED ESI and try and chip out 2 ped worth of the skill, or you're going to break the ESI and lose a ton of money. I've covered that in previous videos. Go back and check out my other videos if you want to learn about that. But I would not chip out right away. I would actually build this skill up for a while, because like I said, every point is worth more than the point before it, right? So the longer you can do this daily without chipping out, the better it's going to be for you, because you're very slowly going to get to where, you know, doing it every day might be a little bit more beneficial as you go. You don't want to have to try and chip out hundreds of points when you can chip out 1 or 2 points instead, right? Now, it would take a long time to get there, but point being, this is one of the best ways to make money. And literally, I just showed you how to do it. Literally, just come here, sweat, buy some Lysterium, go do it every single day. Whenever you're done, TT the residue, sell the lesser Elysians for a profit, and just repeat. And then once you feel confident that you've got a decent amount of skills saved up, hop over to Cali, get an ESI, learn about chipping out first. Go see my video about chipping out. Don't just go do it, but go get you an ESI, chip out little bitty bits at a time, and put it on, even if it's only a ped at a time, put it on auction for 4,400% markup, and enjoy your profits. And if you guys want to make $1,000 US a year, 10,000 ped a year playing Entropia, I just showed you how to do it. Right there, mic drop, that's all she wrote. Done. Congrats, Stevies. So, yes, it really is that easy. I know, everybody's sitting there with their jaw open like, why didn't I make this video sooner? Well, you know, give your boy some credit. Your boy knows what he's doing. So, guys, I hope this has been informative. I hope you all make money playing, and I hope to see you all doing this mission on Next Island very, very soon. We really appreciate you guys for supporting us. If you want to help support us, the best way to do that is to hop over to EarnPed.com. When you earn, we earn. If you need to withdraw from EarnPed, hit me up in-game. You can reach me in-game. If you can't reach me in-game, email me sbraggs62@gmail.com. That's sbraggs62@gmail.com. Braggs has 2 G's, sbraggs62@gmail.com. Subject line withdrawal. In the body of your email, please be sure and put your avatar name for the game and for EarnPed. They should be the same. How much you're wanting to withdraw, what planet you're usually on, and what time zone you're in definitely helps. And I will get back to you. Email is usually the fastest way to reach me, guys. This is another video specifically done on Next Island as part of the Ascension Armor competition. If you guys are wanting to get in on the competition, go see the very first video I made about the Ascension Armor competition. There are ways you guys can do it, even if you don't stream, even if you don't make YouTube videos. But I really appreciate all the support everybody's given me. I've gotten a lot of love while I've been here, even for a couple hours on Next Island, from a lot of players. It's much appreciated. I appreciate everybody who helps support the channel and helps support EarnPed.com. We've got more videos coming for you in the very, very near future, so keep an eye out. Guys, be sure and hit that subscribe button. Be sure and hit that like button, because the haters are out there and they're constantly hitting the dislike button. So I'm counting on all the Stevies to keep helping support us. We hope you guys make a lot of money, and we will see you guys with another video really soon. Take care, Stevies.